self do you think is in that?
Probably a lot of my young self is in Darlene. There are elements to it, but she says things sometimes that I wish I could say. I'm a little more of a people pleaser. That's probably how other people feel too. That's probably why people like that character. Is she's not afraid to say how she feels.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really wear like tight pink pants all the time. And, you know, a lot of embroidery on my jeans, as you can see, like I do in the show. But, you know, I think as actors, we bring a lot to the characters. And I think as we get older, our personalities develop more. So we have more of a range to kind of bring to the table. And I think, you know, a lot of what we do on the show is about the writing. The characters are written a certain way, and it's really a gift, you know, from the writers that they know our characters' voices. And, you know, and then there are occasionally times where Sara and I would both say respectively, this doesn't sound like something Becky would say. Remember when she was older? You know, we're ultimately the experts on our own characters, so we have that input.
That leads me to the next question. So you both grew up on the show. What's it like evolving from child actors into adult actors with that?
More wrinkles.
Yeah, I don't really, I guess from the outside there's like a demarcation of young, older, and to me it's just I love doing it, and I got older while I was doing it.
Nice. What motivated your return, and what was it like to rejoin the cast?
I think I just always missed it so much, and I was doing my talk show and John Goodman came on and we did a little sketch where we reprised the characters, and it was sort of magical. And then I always thought no one wanted to do it again or reboot it, and then when we were talking in the interview, there was a question like, would you ever go back? And he said something like, in a heartbeat. And when he said that, I just had a light bulb go off. And then I called Tom Warner, who was one of the EPs, and just started to slowly go down the line of, hey, would you want to do this? Would you want to do this? And each person went after the other was just like, yes, I'm in.
And you were actually an executive producer on the show too, am I correct?
Yeah.
And how was it like the perspective on the storytelling and your character development of the series? I mean, did you, on both sides of the camera, did you actually feel like you had a little more control?
Well, I do like control. For me, my objective was always just to try to protect the show or make it as good as possible. And I had a really great relationship with the writers, the other EPs, and so it always felt very collaborative. It was no drama. It was sort of, you know, the best idea wins, and they're so talented. I don't think they really needed much input from me, but you know, once in a while you're like, oh, I think I have an idea for a fix, but that can come from, you know, the cast as well.
Was there any improvisation with any of the table reads that you can, let me change this and see how it goes?
Oh, always with our cast. I mean, you know, our job is to read the script. Our job isn't to improvise. So
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we're paid to do. We're paid to read the words. We're paid to recite the words and interpret them, not to make them up. But, you know, occasionally, let's say if we, because when you're on a sitcom, there's so many different departments. I don't know if you guys have ever been to see a sitcom being taped, but it is quite a happening. I mean, there's so many different departments. There's so much that has to go right, that each week when we have an audience, it's like a holy wonder that it actually gets done, let alone gets done well. So, you know, it's really no time to be, can I say making shit up?
Yeah, sometimes in rehearsals you'll have something come to mind, and you know, 9 times out of 10 the writers will be like, great, or 1 out of 10 or 4 out of 10, whoever knows what the numbers are, but they'll say, yeah, that doesn't quite make sense and here's why. And they're like, oh yeah, okay, I see how that won't work.
Also, that being said, our show, and you can tell if you watch the show, I'm sure you guys could see this clearly, we were having a blast. I mean, there's such a especially with our cast, we love each other. We feel safe, which is a huge important thing as an actor, to feel safe with people. And so going by the book doesn't mean not having fun or not being spontaneous or not, enjoying what we're doing. That happened every day. And I feel like that's the thing I think I miss the most, is the fun that we had. And a lot of our crew from the original episode, the original series, came back for the Connors, which was so wonderful because it really made us feel like our big family was back, not just the one you see on TV.